Chronic fatigue has been my speciality now for 12 years. As a nutritional therapist, I began working with chronic fatigue pretty much straight away once I got out of college. There was a lot of reasons for that. One of them was that my first couple of clients that came to me, who were locals, came to me just absolutely exhausted. That was their main symptom. They had some other things going on, but with nutritional therapy, you find out what's happening with the person's body from an underlying perspective. So with the bodies that I was working with, I got to see that their energy making systems weren't effectively doing what they were supposed to do. And there's a few reasons for that. Your energy making system works brilliantly when everything's going well, but there's a lot of steps involved in taking food and turning it into energy, the end product. So if there's something wrong on the way there, if there's something impeding that from happening, then you will not make energy properly, or you might make energy at a much less amount and a much less effectiveness than you could do if all of the systems of your body that make energy are working. So I just made sure that all the systems involved in making energy in the body were working effectively, and the people with chronic fatigue were having a completely different experience of living. Their lives were transforming. Can you imagine going from having like 20% energy in the day to 100% over just a period of a few weeks? And that's what was happening for me with the first few clients I had. And so from then on, I said, look, this was the biggest transformation I can imagine happening in people. We talk about a lot of different things when it comes to, I did this and I was super healthy and I felt great, or I lost weight and I changed my life and I went to the gym. But these transformations were severe. They were incredible. And I started to see that if a body has energy, it can do absolutely amazing things. If we have energy and our bodies have energy, we're able to do anything that we want, basically. So these people went from extreme fatigue, so it's an extreme version of it, where they can't really see themselves getting up and going to work or playing with their kids, or one of the cases that I had was someone who was running marathons 2 years previous. Then there was a lot went on in her body, and then there were added stresses to that, and then so 2 years later she found herself not being able to walk to her neighbour's house, which was literally just across the road. So she came to me, and we did what I do, which is just get the body to work with the energy that's what it wants to create. Take all of the things out of the way that are stopping the body from making energy, which it wants to do. Your body wants to make energy. So, and she sent me a photograph, I think about a year later, of her having run the Dublin Marathon. So that was that was why I wanted to work with chronic fatigue. You don't get to see that much of a transformation in a lot of other ways, in a lot of other conditions. Whereas someone will come in and say, look, I can't go to work, or I can't live a normal life. My energy is almost zero. And then come back to you either a couple of weeks or a couple of months later and say, I am, after signing up for a marathon, or I'm after going back to work, or I cannot believe the difference. So making the huge transformation in people's lives was the reason that I specifically specialized in chronic fatigue. And it's an amazing thing to see. And now, having had thousands of clients and opening the clinic in the city and working with lots of other therapists and turning the program that I designed into an online program, I get to see that happening on a larger scale with people all over the world. And the messages they send me and the pictures they send me are absolutely amazing. So they're reminding me of the pictures I got of that client that did the marathon a year after coming to me, and a year after not being able to go to her neighbour's house. So why wouldn't I work with something as incredibly transformative as that? And I feel very, very lucky to get to see that happening with people. But yet the online program is available on the website, thenaturalclinic.ie. If you have any chronic fatigue questions, please get in touch. I'd be delighted to talk to you and learn more about what we can do together. Thank you.